Michelangelo, Da Vinci, Botticelli. You know them, right? And no, not from the Ninja Turtles, but from art history. But who do you think paid their bills? What if I told you those magnificent masterpieces were actually one of history's biggest money laundering operations? Welcome to today's topic, the Medici family, the first godfathers of history. It starts in Florence, but not in palaces. These guys had no royal blood. They weren't kings. They were just merchants. Or rather, let's call them what they were, loan sharks. But there was a huge problem, a problem with hell. Back then, usury, or interest, was a deadly sin. The church was clear: charge interest, and you burn in hell. So, did the Medici stop? No. They hacked the system. They came up with a genius invention: the bill of exchange. Here is the trick. You give me gold in Florence. I give you paper to cash in London. They made a fortune on the exchange rate. Was it interest? Never. Just service fees. They thought they could trick God himself. Business happened in the back streets, on a simple wooden table, covered in that famous green baize cloth. Why green? To stop eye strain while counting gold. The green tables in casinos today? Not a coincidence. It all comes from the Medici setup. And the Italian word for that table, banco. Yes, the ancestor of the bank is just that wooden table. But what if a banker went broke? Guards would come and smash that wooden table right in half with a sledgehammer. Broken bench in Italian, banca, rota. That gives us the English word, bankruptcy. It literally means a broken table. But wait, the story gets crazy. To be untouchable, they needed the biggest client in the world, the Pope. So they made the biggest gamble in history. They supported a man named Baldassare Cosa, a former pirate. Yes, a man who hijacked ships. They used their money, they used their influence, and they put this pirate on the throne as Pope John the 23rd. The result? The new pope gave them the keys to the Vatican's treasury. Now, they weren't just loan sharks. They were God's bankers. The father made the money, but the son, Cosimo, he was a strategy genius. He didn't just want wealth, he bought power. Needs a new mayor? Ask the Medici. Needs a war? Ask the Medici. He ruled the city like a shadow king, never sitting on the throne, but always pulling the strings. Look at their logo on the buildings. Those red balls? Some say they are pills, because Medici means doctor. Some say coins, but the message was clear. We own this city. But how do you win the people? You need a miracle. The massive cathedral in Florence had no roof. It was impossible to build. Rain was pouring in for years. So Cosimo hired a madman, Filippo Brunelleschi, a guy with a temper, but a genius. He defied physics. He built that massive dome without a single supporting column. The people looked up and said, "The Medici can even buy gravity." But power brings blood. The Pazzi family attacked them inside the cathedral during Sunday Mass. Knives out, blood on the holy altar. Lorenzo escaped, But his brother Giuliano was butchered right there. 19 stab wounds. Lorenzo's revenge? Brutal. Conspirators, even bishops, hanging from the windows of the palace. The message was clear. You do not touch a Medici. So why fund the art? Why adopt Michelangelo? Was it for love? No. It was fear. Pure terror. They had so much blood on their hands. They were terrified of hell. Those statues, they are just the Medici screaming, "Dear God, please don't burn us." Modern banking and the Mafia, they share the same father. Look closely at the art, and you will see the blood.